by the water.
Y'all know what's going on. It's time for another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and welcome to the show, y'all. This episode is going to be about how me being absent from my two sons really affected the way our relationship had to be formed and grew. And more than how our relationships formed and grew, I want you to understand how the people that you associate yourself with, how they impact the way you're going to interact with those that you are not around as much as you're around them. Meaning, for me, I was around folks now more than I was around my own two sons, right? And that had an impact on how our relationship grew. And the things that interfered with the growth that we could have had, I didn't see it. I did not see it. And this is what this story is about. This story is about this guy named Pullup, right? And Pullup was one of the guys, he's around my age and all this, but Pullup was one of those negative dudes, right? Just a negative dude all the time. I always got something negative to say about any and everybody, right? And he was the type of dude, you got to watch him, because if he's saying something negative about everybody else, he's probably saying something negative about me. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't see that. I couldn't see that at all. And one day, you know, I used to get that bag in. Let me put it like that. I used to get that bag in. And when I get that bag in, I'm trying to get my money. I'm about my business. I had a couple of customers, and a couple of them were rich, you know what I'm saying? And they would buy everything that I had. So I never had to have those type of problems of running around and trying to find customers and all this and that, right? It was get it, move it, gone. You feel what I'm saying? Money's in the bank. I'm good, right? And a lot of the brothers would be envious and jealous of that because I wasn't giving them what they wanted me to get them. I would help them nurture their own move, but they couldn't be a part of mine. It was just that on that. I didn't do that kind of stuff because it could get messy when you're dealing with anybody, especially the folks, right? So this particular brother Pullup, he was one of them, and he wanted in on the move, and I was like, no. So he would notice that the individual that I was dealing with is the one that I was always giving my stuff to, right? And so he bumped down on him. He bumped down on him, and first he macked on him hard. He macked on him hard. He made dude believe that I had sent him. Now, I had never given dude the speech and told him don't say this and don't say that. I just took for granted that this fool would know not to say anything about our business to anybody, not even one of the guys. But, see, I didn't understand manipulation the way I do now. See, Pullup played the long game on me. He was around me all the time, right? He wasn't even part of the board, right, that we had. He had no POA. He was just an OSM, but he was an old head, and I messed with him, and he hung around me all the time. Me and him, we drank together every now and then. You know what I'm saying? We might smoke a little bit every now and then, because I didn't do a lot of that because I didn't have a high tolerance, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So when I did do it, you know what I'm saying, it was just a little bit, get tipsy, and then I'm going on. I'm going to eat me some Doritos, peanut butter, and popcorn, and drink me one of them orange Sunkist drinks straight off that ice. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm good. I'm good. And I'm going to move on, right? But see, by him hanging around me, and the dude that I did business with all the time, seeing that, he thought that this is somebody that I trusted. He's a peon. He don't know how this go. So it didn't dawn on me to tell him. It didn't dawn on me to tell him. I just took for granted that, he's not going to tell nobody his business, which is our business. You feel what I'm saying? But Pullup knew the game, and he knew what to say and how to say it. So my guy started telling him things about how much he was paying me and what we was doing and when he would be getting it and all this and that. And I'm like, wait a minute, why would you even tell him all of that? And then when I got down on my dude, he's apologizing because he ain't built like that. You feel what I'm saying? He's a suburban type dude, got money. You understand what I'm saying? So when I don't cut me off, he more concerned about getting his stuff up his nose than worrying about me and my security. But he's not the business. He's a peon. So he don't have to worry about that. So here's the dilemma. My son, he's peeping it. Boo's seeing all of this. And the last thing that I want Boo to think about me is that I'm weak. I'm naive, gullible, easy to be tricked. Because even though we didn't have the type of relationship that I wanted then, I still wanted my son to see me as somebody that was strong and tall and to take care of the business. Don't no daddy want his son to see him as somebody that can't take care of business and uphold his end. How can I protect him in this environment if I can't protect myself? If I can't see the moves that people is making on me? I'm telling you, in here, those are the ways that people size you up as being weak and stupid. But Boo was seeing what I wasn't seeing. You feel what I'm saying? And one day, check this out. One day, this dude was in the restroom stall at the school building. And my son happened to be in the next stall. But dude don't know, Pullup don't know this. And he's listening. He's listening. My son is listening to this dude talk about me to somebody else while they over there smoking a joint, getting high. Saying that I don't really know what's going on. I need to be replaced. They want to push on me. Now, when you the 9, right? When you the 9, it is what it is. But if the OSM, if the body starts to turn against you, right? It's hard to govern. It's hard to make decisions that they gonna respect when you got somebody undermining your authority. And that's what he was doing. So Boo tell me, Daddy, you can't trust this dude. This dude ain't straight. Now, because I had been around the fam, not particularly Pullup, but because I had been around the fam longer than I had been around Boo, guess what? It wasn't that I doubted what Boo was telling me. I didn't want to believe what Boo was telling me. Now, this my son. This my blood. And if he come and tell me something, that's that on that. That's what it's supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to be. But when he told me that, everything washed over me. Is like, he don't know what he talking about. He ain't heard that. You know what I mean? It was all kind of stuff running through my head that made me look at my own child, my own seed, as somebody that coming to me with some mess. I didn't want to believe him. I didn't want to believe him. So a few days later, me and Pullup, we down on the yard. We sipping on some drink, you know, smoking a little weed, you know, that type of stuff. And I started feeling tipsy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, way beyond. Like I said, I got a low tolerance, man. I can't drink like that. I ain't no smoker. Don't take a lot to get me bent. But I'm feeling weird. Feeling real weird. You know what I'm saying? So when the next changeover came, Pullup, he helped me get back to the unit. You know, he had told brother, don't worry about it, I got it. You know, and I'm so tore up, I'm like, yeah. I didn't even know what was going on, right? I don't know what's going on. So he get me back up to the cell, right? And when he get me back up to the cell, he just set me down on the bunk, and then I lean back. I passed all the way out. All the way out. Last thing I felt was him taking my legs and putting my legs up on the bed so I'll be all on the bed. And I'm gone. I was so gone, I heard myself snoring. You understand what I'm saying when you're gone like that? And then that's it. That's it. I woke up the next morning, head hurting so bad. I was like, golly, what happened? And Boo looking at me. He mad as all get out. I said, man, what's going on, man? He said, man, Daddy, I don't know what kind of problem you got. You need to quit drinking, man. You talking in your sleep all night, tossing and turning and all this and that. I ain't remember none of that. He said, man, what's wrong with you? And I'll tell y'all this, man. I didn't remember nothing other than my legs being put up on that bed. I didn't remember nothing. But look here. I got some more I need to tell y'all about this so you can understand the fullness of this story, right? So make sure you tune in. Now, the next episode is right behind this one, so don't get to tripping on me, okay? There's been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and I say peace. I've been trying to breathe underwater.